there, my name is Gillian and welcome back to another video. Today I'm doing my first Q&A video. I've never done one of these before, and so in this one I'm going to be answering some of the most common questions that I've been getting over and over again ever since I started my channel. These questions aren't from specific people just because so many people have asked them, but if you have a specific question, make sure you leave it down in the comments below. I'm gonna do another Q&A video in a couple months here, and so if you leave your question down in the comments, then I'm gonna use those questions in that video, and I'll be sure to mention your name when I do. Okay, so let's jump into the questions so you guys can learn just a little bit more about me. The first question is, how old are you? And this seems to be pretty hotly contested because I've had a lot of people guess how old I am, even though I did make a video about how old I am around my birthday, but I'm 25, so if you think that I am 35 just like you, well, I'm not, but I'm also not in college like some of you think I am. I'm 25, and the next question here is, are you married? And the answer is yes, I am married, and I've been married for 5 years. Also, this isn't a question on my list, but I feel like this is very related. By the way, I have 2 kids. Right now they are 4 years old and 1 year old. The next couple questions here are about money, because I do talk about money a fair amount on my channel, and a lot of people have asked me, how did you afford to buy your first house? I shared in one of my videos several months ago that I bought my first house when I was just 21, and neither my husband nor I were working very high-paying jobs at that time, so we didn't have very much money to buy the house, but we bought a triplex, which is 3 townhouses connected, and currently we're renting out 2 of them and living in 1 of them. So as for how did I afford to buy that house, the short answer is I think it takes a lot less money to buy a house than a lot of people think that it does, especially for new home buyers. There are a lot of programs that allow you to put just 1% or 3% or 10% down on a house. I'm pretty sure that the loan we used asked us to put 3.5% down on our house, which together with the closing costs ended up being around $15,000, I think. But we were just living below our means, saving a few $100s every month, and after a few years we had enough money to put down that small down payment on a pretty big house. Now the next question is kind of similar but has a completely different answer. The question is, how did you afford to start your first business? So I actually started my first business when I was 14 years old, and it was kind of an accident. I played piano and flute, and I'd been taking lessons for several years at that point, and a friend of mine just asked me if I would be willing to teach her how to play the flute. And honestly, my answer was no. I said I had no idea how to teach her to play the flute. I had only been doing it for a couple of years. I really didn't know what I was doing, but she was really insistent. She totally invited herself over to my house and is like, here's some money, teach me how to play the flute. I need to learn how to play this because I'm in band and I have no idea what I'm doing. And so I said, fine, I'll try to help you. I don't really know what I'm doing, but I'll try. So I taught her how to play the flute, and she was really pleased. So pleased, in fact, that she proceeded to then tell several other families that she knew that I was such a good teacher, and they then asked me to teach their children how to play the piano and the flute. So starting my first business definitely wasn't something that I was trying to do intentionally, but regardless of whether I was trying to or not, it was completely free to start my first business. And while this might seem like a crazy lucky circumstance where other people brought the business to me, the reality is that there are lots of businesses that you can start for free in a kind of similar way. If you learn a skill, and in this day and age there are thousands of free resources online that can help you learn lots and lots of different skills, you can then share with other people that you have this skill and that you are willing to help other people in this way, and you can start to get clients through word of mouth. Anyway, my point here is just that you can start a business for free, and that's what I did. And then the follow-up question to both how did you afford to buy your first house and how did you afford to start your first business is kind of a question and kind of statement, people accusing me of taking money from my parents or saying, well, you're just lucky and you can only buy that house or start that business because your daddy helped you out. And so I just wanted to debunk that myth. Nope, my dad never helped me out. He did give me a bed and food for the first 17 years of my life, and he gives me a lot of love and emotional support, but he's never helped me with even a single penny starting any of the businesses that I own or buying any of the properties that we've bought. In fact, nobody has really helped us. I've just been working ever since I was 14 and I started that first business, saving my money and then investing it into businesses and real estate. So while I'd love to give my dad some of the credit, it's just not true. The next question isn't about me at all, but a lot of people have asked me, what business should I start? Maybe you have no skills, or maybe you just have some really basic skills. I have several videos actually about different businesses that you can start from home on your own. I'll link those in the description down below. There's there's lots of great options and ideas that pay pretty good wages, much more than just filling out those surveys online. So if you're trying to figure out a business or a side hustle you can start, then check out those links. Another question that I've gotten quite a number of times has been, why don't I show my house in more of my videos? In a few videos in the past, I've shown some little clips of me cleaning my house or organizing something, but I don't show my house very often, and I haven't done a house tour or anything like that. And the reason is just that, like I said, right now we are living in the triplex that we bought where we rent out 2 of the units and we live in one of them. And honestly, it's not the nicest or the cutest house and I don't love it. We're choosing to live here right now so that we can save more money because we want to buy another property in the future. We are hoping to buy our dream house eventually, and I'm constantly reinvesting money into my businesses so that I can grow them more and more. We decided a long time ago to make the lifestyle decision to live below our means so that we could save more money and invest it into our businesses and into long-term investment options. And so that's the stage of my life that I'm currently in, which means that my house is not super cute and I don't love showing it in videos. In just a few months here, we are going on an extended trip to Europe, and so I won't have a house there, but I definitely will have several different apartments. And so you'll probably see plenty of clips of those places and of lots of random cafes and parks over there. And then when we come back, we're actually planning to rent a house until we find one that we want to buy. So you quite possibly will see clips or a house tour of the house that we rent, but I have no idea what it's gonna look like or be like, so we'll just have to wait and see. Okay, and then the last question that I get so much is, how is your YouTube channel growing so fast? So in case you're new here, you might not know that I started this channel just about 8 months ago, which is a good, decent amount of subscribers for just 8 months. Now, there are plenty of channels that are way bigger than this one, obviously, and that are gaining subscribers at a much greater rate, but most of those started gaining more subscribers after they had reached a certain level of success. So to go from basically 0 to 35,000 in just 8 months is pretty impressive. It's not anything crazy or unheard of, but it's a lot better than a lot of channels do. And so to answer the question, why is my channel growing so fast? I think that what it mostly comes down to is simply consistency. I put out 2 new good quality videos every single week, and a lot of the people who are asking me, why is your channel growing so fast? They're wondering why their channel isn't growing as fast. So I go and I look at their channel, and a lot of the time they only have 5 or 10 videos on their channel that they've posted over the past 6 to 12 months, so they haven't been very consistent with their uploading. So if you want your channel to be successful, consistency is definitely where it's at. But another thing that has really impacted my channel's growth is that I'm kind of obsessive about video topic research. So I don't just think like, oh, this seems like a good video topic. I do a ton of research to figure out whether it is a potentially viral video, which of course most of the time the videos don't go viral, but because I do put so much time and energy into looking for those ideas, about 1 out of every 8 or 10 videos that I upload does go viral to some degree, which has really helped my channel to grow a lot more quickly. I'm gonna make another video in the next couple weeks here about exactly how I research viral video ideas, so if you're interested in growing your YouTube channel, then make sure you keep your eyes out for that one. Okay, well that is all the questions that I am going to answer today because those are the most common questions that I've gotten time and time again, but if you have other more random questions, things about me or my YouTube channel or my businesses that you are curious about, then make sure that you leave a comment below and ask your question. And if you don't want me to mention your name, then just say that you want to be anonymous, but otherwise I will be sure to mention your name and give you credit for your question when I do another Q&A video in a few months here. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up to let me know, and also subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos like this one. I make 2 videos every week about intentional living, entrepreneurship, and success, and I would love to have you join me for the next one. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you're having an amazing day, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video.